morning to all dignitaries, guests, and delegates with great joy and immense exultation. I am Devika.
Anushree
and Shivani
from First Sem B Farm. It's our privilege to extend a warm welcome to this occasion. We are sure that you all feel enriched with knowledge after completion of this event. We welcome you all once again to this webinar, Intellectual Property Rights and Innovation and Startup Mission. You will have a great time ahead.
Today, we are going ahead with the topic Intellectual Property Rights. Intellectual property rights, it have been defined as ideas, inventions, and creative expressions based on which there is a possible willing to bestow the states of property. Pharmaceutical industry currently has an evolving industrial property rights strategy requiring a better focus and approach in coming era.
Prayer purifies our mind and takes away negativity. We welcome the college choir member Shivani and Jaisna for prayer. Let's stand for the God's blessing.
They shall be showers, sing. This is the promise of God. They shall be seasoned, refreshing, sent from the Savior everlasting. Showers of blessing we need. Mercy drop from the sky falling, but for the showers we plead. They shall be showers of blessing. Send them upon us, O Lord. Grant us now a refreshing. Come and honor the word. Showers of blessing. Showers of mercy drop from the star falling, but for the showers we plead.
Now let's humbly invite Mrs. Smita Raj, Assistant Professor of Daleview College and Pharmacy and Research Center, for the welcome speech. Ma'am, please.
Good morning, one and all. I, Smita Rajaras, Assistant Professor, the Daleview College of Pharmacy and Research Center. The Daleview has been the realization of the dreams of millions of exploited and downtrodden masses in rural areas. After its inception in the year 1978, its activities were extended to wider areas such as education, health sector, social work, and agriculture. Daleview Group provide education from pre-KG to PhD. The Daleview College of Pharmacy and Research Center came into the existence as a realization of dreams of our founder, late C. Christodas Sir, to impart quality professional education in rural villages. We have collaboration with various institutions worldwide. Our institution also established Institution Innovation Council to promote innovation and entrepreneurship in institution. The council coordinators are Dr. Kirti, Coordinator of Innovation Activity, Ms. Tinu, Ms. Pravina, Ms. Rudy, Startup Activity Coordinator, Mr. Benny, Social Media Coordinator, Ms. Mida, IPR Activity Coordinator, Ms. Neema and Ms. Meenu, NIRF and AIRA Coordinator. Today, on behalf of Institution Innovation Council, we are conducting Impact Lecture Series 2022-23. On behalf of Institution Innovation Council, firstly, I welcome today's President and our Chairman, Convener of IIC, Ms. Deena Das Madam, to this webinar. Welcome, ma'am. I welcome our eminent speaker, Professor Dr. Varatharajan Sir, Dean, School of Life Science, Central University, Imphal, who qualified in BSc, MSc, PhD in Zoology from University of Madurai, Delhi, Madras, respectively. He specialized in and management. He has 41 years experience in research and 34 years in PG teaching. He supervised and projects sponsored by DST, DBT, MOEF, CSIR, and published 75 research papers in UGC recognized journals. He published 4 books and he made a short film on insect migration. He awarded DBT National Associated Award by DBT New Delhi and Lifetime Achievement Award by the Society of Tropical Agriculture, New Delhi. We are very grateful to him for accepting our invitation. It is my pleasure to welcome you, sir. Welcome, sir. Next, I would like to welcome our Managing Director and CEO, Dr. Shaiju David Alfisa, to this webinar. Welcome, sir. Next, I would like to welcome our Vice Principal, Dr. Seena Madam, and all other faculty members of Delhi College of Pharmacy and Research Center to this webinar. Welcome all. Next, I would like to welcome all our young participants, our own students, and all other participants from various institutions to this webinar. Welcome all. I'm thankful to the management for the perfect logistic support and guidance. Once again, welcome all to the Impact Lecture Series 2022-23. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. With immense pleasure, we would like to invite Mrs. Deena Das, the Chairman of Delhi College of Pharmacy and Research Center, for the presidential address. Welcome you, ma'am. Ma'am, please.
Recording in progress.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Okay. Please share your slides because I have some network problems.
We are profusely elated to take an opportunity to introduce our eminent speaker, Professor Dr. R Varatharajan from Dean School of Life Science, Manipur University, Imphal, who speaks about the topic intellectual property right. So please.
I request you to share the slide I have already sent to you, because from here I find it difficult to share the slide. Am I audible to you? No?
Yes, sir.
SR, it's on. SR, it's on. Sir.
Can I start with this? Hello?
Sir, please, sir.
Okay.
You want us to share the slide or you will be
Yeah, please, you share the slide, because I find it difficult to share. I have sent the slide, the PPT.
Yeah, okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Host.
In the meantime, I will just start with today here, because of the heavy rain, some network problem. Let's say I could share the slides from here.
Sir, sorry for the delay. I think there
No
is
problem.
some problem with the sharing.
Okay. I will just provide it with some points. The meantime, they will give. Respected Chairman, Madam Deena Das, Delview College of Pharmacy, then Dr. Shaitu Devi Alfi, Managing Director, Delview College of Pharmacy, my dear faculty members of the Delview, beloved students belonging to BPharm and from other colleges, and today's another speaker, Sri Bergin R Russel, Assistant Manager, Kerala Startup Mission. Good morning to you all, and I'm very happy to be associated with you today. And it is one of the wonderful day for me to share some view on intellectual property rights. At the outset, I thank the chairman and the managing director for giving me the opportunity. And you are all nomadic biologists, pharmacologists, and having the background of biology. In the meantime, knowing about IPR becomes the order of the day. It is very important because every time, whatever we do, we want to do with some amount of what you call the basic with fundamentals and so on, for which IPR becomes important. So IPR, it is popularly known as intellectual property rights. It is defined as the ideas, inventions, and creative expressions based on which there is a public willingness to bestow the status of the property. In other words, IPR is the legal rights that promote and also protect the creations and inventions. So every day we are coming out with some or other aspects of our new things, discoveries, findings. So that we wanted to show it to the people and take the name and the credit for the work that we have done. So in the first slide, what you have seen, second slide, it is the IPR is defined as ideas, inventions, and the creative expressions based on which there is a public willingness to bestow the status of the property. So this legal right is to protect your innovations and inventions. Okay, next slide. IPR provides certain exclusive rights to the inventors, that is, person who discovers, of that property in order to enable them to reap commercial benefits from their creative efforts. After all, what for we are working? We are all working only for the sake of earning some revenue. So when we get some revenue, it becomes a kind of a bonus, and we are enthusiastic in doing something better. So the IPR is protecting that, and thereby whatever minor discovery, whatever minor findings that you have come out with, the government is protecting, and thereby we are able to get some amount of revenue out of the work. There are several types of intellectual property protection like patent, copyright, trademark, etc. are available. And I would like to concentrate first on the patent, because patent is a recognition for an invention invariably with industrial application. So you may be discovering something, and that invention will be what I call in the long run will help to translate into industrial application. And once it goes for industrial application, you will be preparing it, you will be producing it, or you will be synthesizing it in large amount in a commercial way. Thereby, you are getting more money, more revenue. So therefore, it is a recognition for an invention or a novelty, invariably with the industrial application. Okay, next point, next slide. Now, sometimes we may ask a question, why IPR is required? It's a very, very basic question, which should kindle a lot of ideas in your mind. Now, IPR is required because it is a prerequisite for better identification, then planning, and making a blueprint of the process, then augmenting and commercialization, and then eventually leading to the product is available to the people so that people are happy. That is, indirectly you are rendering service to the humanity, because it is the people's demand, and that demand is fulfilled by you by rendering the service to the humanity. So in other words, all these aspects are going to be done in a very sequential steps, slow progress. So thereby we are achieving the target. So for which you need to make a blueprint. So that blueprint is very, very important from the viewpoint of implementation. So while doing the blueprint, you want to protect the steps. You don't want others to steal, and you don't want others to copy it. So therefore, we need to protect it. So for that, IPR is required. In order to accomplish all the above steps sequentially, protection of the invention is very much required. So therefore, IPR is very, very essential. Okay, the next slide. We will also see why it is required further. IPR protects the use of information and the ideas that are of moral value. So you have been studying the moral value, but the moral value, when it is come to discovery, sometimes, sometimes some people may copy it. So the moral value should be maintained, it should be adopted. So therefore, IPR can also withstand and protect your inventions. When IPR is a category of property that includes intangible creations of the human intellect, and it primarily encompasses copyrights, patents, and trademark, and so on. So it also includes other types of rights such as trade secrets, publicity rights, moral rights, and the right against unfair competitions. Because in the market, in the open market, sometimes there could be a possibility of some unfair competitions. So the unfair competitions are being protected, being checked, okay, are regulated by the implementation of IPR. So it is all about the moral value that becomes important. Then we come to the constituents of IPR. What are all the constituents? So the first one, you can broadly categorize the constituents into 6 types. That is patenting a technique or patent. Number 2, design. 3rd is copyright. And 4 is a trademark. And 5 is a trade secret. And then you have the geographical indication. Now, when we discuss about the patent, what is a patent? You are discovering something and which is not available so far. And you feel that that discovery will give you a lot of benefit for you as well as for the common people. Maybe a simple technique, maybe a domestic requirement or a laboratory requirement. So that discovery is known as the patent. And the patent, you are patenting into with a patenting agency. So for example, you are all pharmacological students. So you discover some phytochemical from the plant. Then you evaluate it, and then you find that that phytochemical is useful for solving a disease problem. So therefore, you feel that you should patent it. So therefore, patent technique is being adopted. And once you patent this, the patent is valid for 20 years. So there is nearly 2 decades. Okay. So patent gives a name, fame, and also money. Okay. Name, fame, and money for you as well as for the institute or for the family concerned. Now the second one is a design. Okay. When we talk about the design, you modulate some kind of already existing design, thereby suiting to your personal requirement. So for example, simple you have a mosquito net. So the mosquito net, you are trying to design it in such a way that you want to make it comfortable and make it is for the window or it is for the door and so on. So the minor modification of the design will help you to get a patent design. And this patent design is valid for about 15 years, maximum protection. So the design technology is very, very, very common, particularly in the textile industry. They go for fashion designing. So fashion designing, it goes with the fashion. The moment a particular dress is fashioned in a particular way, then the lady gets a lot of offer. Many people are ordering it, and then thereby they get a lot of income. So that kind of a design can be protected for 15 years. So this is how the design patent is allotted or given. The third one is a copyright. So you are writing a book and you have the copyright, and the copyright of the book is valid for about 60 years. So therefore, once you get the copyright, you go on getting the royalty. Okay, you get money. And that becomes, you will be getting it for 60 years. It is based upon the person's average lifespan. Okay, 60 years. So at the time until what I call we reach a particular age, we go on getting some kind of a royalty with which we will be able to write more books and contribute something. And your ideas and your concept is being protected by the government through copyright systems. Fourth one is a trademark. Trademark, it is through no advertisement. It is again a lifelong. So trademark is something you normally come across like a soap, then biscuits, then oils, then shampoo, like that. Many products are available. The moment you switch on the TV, you get a lot of advertisement. Some of the soaps which are advertised way back 40, 50 years ago, even now you will find it on the screen. So the moment when you close your eyes and then sit before the TV, when the advertisement comes, automatically you think about that particular soap. Because daily you are watching, so therefore the idea becomes, the advertisement becomes imprinted in your brain. So immediately you think about the soap. Similarly, the biscuit, or similarly the oils, or similarly the shampoos that you use. So, or any kind of item that you are normally come across through advertisement, that becomes a trademark. That may be the sound, that may be the visuals, okay, or audio visuals, which will make you to think about that particular product. So that is a trademark. I don't want to name them because you are seeing the advertisement in the TV daily, and you'll be big out with the names like soap, oil, shampoo, and so on. The next one is trade secret. Trade secret mainly goes with some of the edible products, then sweet, toffee, then soft drink. It is like, suppose you close your eyes and then open your mouth, somebody is putting just one gulp of a particular drink, soft drink. Then immediately you are able to tell, oh, this is this particular item. Okay, you are able to identify. Why? Because the item becomes very, very easy for you to recognize the product, the substance. And thereby you feel that, oh, this item is having this particular taste. So with the taste, you are able to easily identify the product. So that may be any kind of a soft drink which you are taking in. And suppose, the bottle may be different, but with the taste, you are able to say that this is the product which you are taking. Similarly, any edible product which you come across in the market, as soon as you take it, oh, this particular brand is this product, like that you are able to take. So it is going with the taste. Next is the geographical indication. Geographical indication is a very, very unique. It is available only in that particular place. So therefore, the geographical indication refers to the availability of the plant, or availability of the animal, or availability of some of the product which are available only in that particular locality. Okay, that you can go with a lot of items. For example, I will quote one such an item. You are all very familiar with turmeric, that is the common manjal. So, although we have manjal, that is turmeric, available throughout India, the one which is available in Orissa, it is called Kandhamal turmeric. Okay, that Kandhamal turmeric has been made as a geographical indication. They have given the tag, GI tag, mainly because the curcumin content is more and it is unique. Similarly, some amount of other substances like common chili. So the moment you tell about the chili that is available in Assam, is very, very unique. It is much more powerful than the chili which is available in Kerala, Kandali, Pechamalaga. So therefore, this kind of identity goes with a particular product, that is the presence of more quantity of capsaicin and giving the pungent smell, and thereby the product becomes GI tag. So like that, we can go on telling many such products which are geographical indications, and that geographical indication is a lifelong process. So therefore, IPR constituents come across 4 or 5, 6 items. That is patent, design, copyright, trademark, trade secret, and the geographical indication. Okay. The next slide. I wanted to again explain all these processes for the sake of the youngsters who are all in the pharmacological course. That these things can be achieved by you. You will be able to do it and to get it and make a patent or copyright or copy design through the conventional processes. So these processes are very much conversant, very much familiar to you. There is a pharmacognosy, then you have the medicinal chemistry subject, pharmacological subject, pharmaceutics, and the clinical pharmacy. So how these steps are being utilized for the purpose of designing it. So in the first step of pharmacognosy, you are identifying the plant, okay, through some processes. Then in the second medicinal chemistry, you try to isolate the product, isolate the active ingredient, that is a chemical, phytochemical. And in the third step of pharmacology, you are trying to do some in vivo assay or in vitro assay. Thereby, you want to find out the effect of those chemicals for some certain diseases. That is a pharmacological aspect. Then when it comes to the pharmaceutics, you are trying to make some kind of formulation. That may be a liquid formulation or powder formulation or some kind of a fumigant. So like that, a different type of formulations you are trying and you are trying to evaluate it. Then under the clinical pharmacy, you will literally deal with these products, whatever you have found out. And then you are evaluating it directly in your clinic with the help of physicians, because physicians will be telling the dose and you know the components of the active ingredient. And based upon the discussion between the researcher and the physician, you come across with a certain amount of what I call compatible manner in which the chemical can be administered to the patient with the aim to cure certain diseases. So therefore, pharmacognosy, medicinal chemistry, pharmacology, pharmaceutics, and clinical pharmacy, these are the 5 different steps which I have taken here. Although I am not a pharmacology man, but still, based upon the available information, I felt that it is possible to go for patenting, it is possible to go for copyright and design and so on, based upon with the 5 principal subjects that you deal with. Okay, now we will go with a little more explanation one by one in the next slide. So, under the pharmacognosy, what do? You survey the plant, you survey the area, and identify the plant that are available in the given area. Then after that, you go for screening the compound. You want to find out what the compound is and how it is in a very crude manner. Then after that, you go for quantifying the phytochemicals present in the plant. Because the plant will have different type of phytochemicals, which you are trying to evaluate. So sometimes you can go for comparing the same plant for a particular chemical because the active ingredient quantity may differ. So this is what I want to mention about the turmeric. Turmeric is present in all the places in India, but the one which is available in Orissa has got more quantity of turmeric. You call it as a superior quality turmeric, curcumin. So therefore, that can be used for. So like that, you go for evaluation of the same chemical, and thereby you are able to assess it. Maybe the same plant species in different pots, because there are many ecotypes available. The plant will be available in different places, and you are trying to harvest and extract the product, and the active ingredient is tested. May I audible to you, madam? Hello? Is it audible? Hello?
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Sir, it is audible.
Okay. Then the previous slide. You can identify different type of the product based upon the active ingredient content. So this kind of initial preliminary survey can be achieved in different places. As a student of a different sections of pharmacology, there is a B.Pharm, M.Pharm, and so. So you are able to identify, you are able to do the survey, and thereby you are able to.
ഇവിടെ എനിക്ക് ഓപ്പൺ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമോ? നീ ഡ്രൈവിനകത്ത് കയറിയിട്ടെങ്കിൽ ഒന്ന് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യും. നീ ഇപ്പൊ ഫോർവേഡ് അല്ലേ ചെയ്തതോ? നീ ആ PPT-ക്കകത്ത് കയറിയിട്ട് ആ സ്ലൈഡിനകത്ത് കയറിയിട്ട് ഒന്ന് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യും. ശരി.
So under the pharmacology, you are identifying the plant, okay, based upon your field survey. The next slide, again, pharmacological students will be studying the medicinal chemistry. So under the medicinal chemistry, you make initiative for patenting through natural drug, or you can go with synthetic drug. You know, the local indigenous plants can be selected. Say Kerala is one such place. It is recognized as a biodiversity hotspot area. It is a mega diversity area. You have large number of varieties of plants available there. So the wild plants can be tapped. You can identify the wild plants for the sources of phytochemicals. So therefore, it is a state which is with a lot of gift of plants. So the plant species can be used for the purpose of phytochemical extraction. So under the medicinal chemistry, you take up the natural products. That natural product may be a terpenoid or polyphenol or quinone, or it can be an alkaloid, or it can be a flavonoid. So whatever compound that you have come across, you can easily isolate it. And then the compound can be easily identified. These days, you need not depend on the chemist. So the sample can be loaded in HPLC system, high power liquid chromatography, or the compound can be sampled in gas chromatography. And with the help of GCMS, that is gas chromatography mass spectrum, you will be able to pinpoint what the compound is. And once the compound is identified, determined, then you can extract the compound, and the extraction of the compound can be further evaluated, screened for many purposes. Based upon your experience, you can administer to the patient to heal the disease or to cure the disease. So this is the novel synthetic. You may come across many such products, but finally, you will end up with novel synthetic drugs by means of chemical modification, and that can give you a better therapeutic efficacy. So this is what we want. So as a student of pharmacology, you have got a lot of scope. You can identify different type of compounds. Although some work has been done by other people elsewhere, then you can review the literature and then go for further consolidating it and then making it utilizable for your purpose. So the evaluated compound can be used for different diseases, and then you can apply for a patent. So here again, I am backing upon that phytochemicals are one of the excellent sources for getting patent. Only thing is, we have to go in for hard work. Identify the compound, then characterize the compound, evaluate the compound, find out the toxicity of the compound, and once you have studied the toxicology, then go for evaluating it with the patient. You call it as a clinical trial. Okay, like that it can be done. The next slide, it is the pharmacological aspects, and you are again familiar with. So under this pharmacological effect, what you do, whatever compound that you get it, that compound is administered to the what I call the animal model. You have in the animal model system, that may be rat or maybe monkey or right from any kind of mammals which are available, it can be injected, and then you can find out the mechanism of action potential of the drug. So thereby you can go for recommending the dose. In other words, the modus operandi of the chemical can be validated in your laboratory exercise. And you can do it with in vitro system and then into in vivo system. So initially you do it with the in vitro system with the cell lines, because cell lines are now available. Sometimes, people going for insect cell line to evaluate the product at the initial level, then go for human cell line, then go for evaluating it with the rats, and then slowly, it will be reaching the human being. So the evaluation system can be done under the pharmacological aspect. Similarly, you can go for a number of products based upon already available literature in the Siddha or Ayurveda. So what you need is a combination of different subjects, different discussion with different experts, and with that you will be able to come across different aspects of administering the compound and then evaluating it. And at least this will give you some kind of a copyright under the IPR, if not patent. So we should aim at that somehow I should get it in this product. So you can discuss with your seniors, you can discuss with the doctors, and thereby the product which you evaluate, the product you are putting it for toxicological studies can be applied for copyright. And the third step which I wanted to tell you is that you can evaluate a different type of a plant product for anti-malarial drug or antihistaminic drug or anti-helminthic drug or antiviral drugs. So even though it is available in the market abundantly, but still at times people are now more conscious about the side effect. So for example, the malarial drug is available for the last 40-50 years. So why not someone change the system? You find out if you are able to get a good anti-malarial drug, that's all. You get a very good name, fame, and a good patent. Similarly, the anti-allergy, antihistamine, which is what I call curing the allergy, again, you can discover a lot. Anti-helminthic, so nematode problems are there with the human being. So how to reduce the nematode load inside the stomach or inside the intestine? So that can be done with the anti-helminthic drug. And I need not specify or give emphasis about the antiviral drug. Even now we are facing the problem of COVID. Every time, the COVID is coming in different form. As a result, the virus is taking mutation, and thereby new mutant viruses are emerging. And if you are able to go with some amount of antiviral drug, we are the people who can achieve. And all these discoveries are important in the present day because more we depend on our local medicine, our the foreign exchange can be saved, so that no need of importing it from foreign countries. So the economy of the country depends upon the utility of the local medicines, the indigenous medicine for curing our diseases. So this should be the aim for the pharmacological students. Yes, I will try for some amount of exercise in my laboratory, in my college. As a result, I will discover some medicines, maybe antihistamine, maybe anti-helminthic or antiviral. And today, if somebody is able to find out antiviral product, so it is $1 million business. And many companies are trying to make use of this product. So therefore, it will not only bring the name for the college, name for the discoverer, but you are getting lot of money and you are saving the money for the government. Thereby, the import duties for the product can be very much minimized, reduced. And similarly, the indigenous plant products can also be searched for arthritis, cancer, then the common disc prolapse, and other spinal cord issues. So already medicines are available, but we have to go on discovering new. Same, if you look at the early 1960s, we were having only penicillin as the only antibiotic. But now in the market, you have innumerable number of antibiotics available. So like that, even though the market is flooded with medicines for arthritis, cancer, and so on, still discovering the medicine based upon the indigenous plant product it will give a very good lift in our medical career in curing the patient. Okay, next point. Pharmaceutics. So under the pharmaceutics, the pharmacology students can take up medicinal trials in a little higher advanced manner. The research can be taken at a higher level. Say, like an advanced drug delivery system to effectively target and deliver medicines at a desired dose to desired site with minimal side effects. So this is what everybody is looking at. So they will go and ask the doctor, if I take the medicine, will there be any side effect? So like that they will ask. And sometimes, some students, and they'll be telling that I have the medicine which will act only at a desired site. For example, a person who is having cancer in liver, the medicine will act only in the liver part, it will not affect the other region. So how is it possible? The answer is nano medicine. So even though your compound is a phytochemical, a plant-derived chemical, the plant-derived chemical can be converted into or modified into nanomedicines in the recent days. So this is what every company is now looking at. So phytochemical discovery, phytochemical utility has become order of the day. So every company is initiating, every company is investing money for the purpose of nanomedicine. So nanomedicines can cure with a minimum side effect, and you need a very, very, very desired dose, and then you can reach the site and then act upon, and then the patient will get complete cure. So this is very important because these days we are facing the problem of multi-drug resistance. So when you take a different type of antibiotics, what I call the multi-drug resistance is also developing over the period of time. And in India, it has not reached that problematic, but in Europe, the multi-drug resistance is a very, very big problem. So therefore, they are looking at it. So if we are able to make some kind of a study using the natural medicines through nanomedicines, then perhaps the menace of multi-drug resistance can be easily solved. And this is going to be a futuristic time bomb on human being. So very, very important studies. And through your pharmaceutic studies, it is possible. It is like, it is your conventional or traditional plant product, which you are infusing with nanotechnology. Thereby, nanomedicines are produced. So you need nanogram quantity of the medicine, and that nanogram quantity of medicine will also reach that particular site where the problem is available, where the problem is faced by the patient, and with the desired site and with a minimal quantity and a minimal side effect, the patient will be able to get rid of the disease. So this is what the achievement which your pharmaceutics can do. I'm sure that with your background, it is possible to do it, combining all those things. Okay, the next step after the pharmaceutic is the clinical pharmacy. And the clinical pharmacy, you are already studying and you are already familiar with that. So what is needed is that you develop a kind of interaction between patient and the doctor. Because the patient has to tell all about his problem to the doctor. Only then the doctor will be able to analyze it in a holistic approach. Thereby, he will be able to recommend that kind of a medicine for the disease concern. So for that, what kind of activities the doctor can take up? Discovery of new apps to monitor the patient. So sometimes the patient will be able to tell, sometimes the patient will be finding it difficult. How can I tell all these small issues to the doctor? The doctor may get annoyed like that. So therefore, some amount of what I call equipments can be installed. So when you develop a new apps, the apps will be having a different procedure. With that, the doctor will be able to monitor the patient and give the medicines accordingly. So developing new apps will be taken up a modern technology where it can be initiated under the clinical pharmacy. Then clinical evaluation can also be done on a dose-dependent manner. So dose dependency is very important. Say, for example, it is like, when a person is having very high diabetic, and then the doctor is administering insulin injection. Then after a month or two, the doctor is feeling that, okay, now that the sugar level is stabilized, let us go back to the normal tablets. So from the injection, he is transforming the patient into normal tablet. So similarly, the clinical evaluation should go with the change of what you call administering the compound from one form to another form. That may be from a simple injection, from the simple injection for some period to the normal liquid form, or maybe to the kind of any kind of tablet or capsules like that. So now the formulations are available, and based upon the formulation, as per the requirement of the patient, the doctor can administer. So this is also possible with the phytochemical. So the doctor can go for selecting appropriate dose in order to reduce the infection or in order to reduce the his disease level. Now the next is what I call, you must have heard about the synergistic effect. The synergistic effect or additive effect or antagonistic effect. These three are very, very important in science. So, it is like, you want to try with the two different phytochemicals, and you feel that the two chemicals will give you a quick recovery of the patient from the illness. So when you are giving the two chemicals, sometimes it will lead to synergistic effect. So synergistic effect means, say you are administering two compounds, A and B. The compound A will give you, say, 50% relief. The B will give you another 50% relief. But by combination of A plus B, the effect will be 200%. So normally you expect only 100%, but the result will be 200%. That is much more than their individual. So this kind of a synergistic effect, if you come across, then perhaps you have a lot of scope for patenting. So synergistic effect, or any compound which is sometimes antagonistic, that can also be tested under the clinical evaluation. So the pharmacological students can go for studying the synergistic effect of drugs against certain diseases. So thereby minimal quantity and the maximum achievement, maximum relief from the disease can be achieved. The third aspect is standardizing the methodology for treatment for certain diseases. You have made a protocol and you have already studied the protocol in your book. But what you do here, just by trial and error method, you are standardizing the methodology. Thereby, you applying some amount of oil, then giving some amount of fermentation, then giving internal medicine, and then giving some kind of a fumigation. Okay, like that, a combination of treatments you are trying to give in a continuous manner. Instead of dragging out the treatment for about 15 days or a fortnight, you are trying to give a comprehensive capsulated treatment for a week. Thereby, the patient is achieving a full recovery. So that's as per the book, you are supposed to give 15 days treatment. But because of your modification, improvised technique, you are shortening the treatment. Thereby, the patient becomes completely relieved from the disease. So this is possible. So this kind of a methodology can also be patented sometimes. So therefore, under the clinical pharmacy, the doctor has to look at the patient from different angles, based upon the requirement of dose, based upon the synergistic effect of some combination of drugs, and then methodology of treatment, and if possible, giving or making new apps so that many aspects can be covered under the apps. So even the patient may not be able to tell, but the doctor will be able to find out from the app which is indirectly monitoring the patient's improvement. So these are all the aspects which I wanted to deal with you. So therefore, the pharmacology students can get some amount of grip in either of the areas which I have mentioned. Either of the area means, it may be pharmacology or medicinal chemistry or pharmacology or pharmaceutics or clinical pharmacy. In any one of the areas, you will be able to achieve, and thereby you will be able to get the patent or copyright or copy design and so on. Now, let me tell something about intellectual property right. It is, it is again very, very important, and the government is making a very, very good emphasis on implementing the intellectual property right in each and every academic institute. And I am happy that Bellevue College is also having Institute's Innovation Cell, and it is really a good sign that it will promote the pharmacological students to go in for new discovery. So the Ministry of Education and Innovation Cell, abbreviated as a MIC, is making all kinds of effort to implement and to install the Institute's Innovation Cell. Now, thereby, each college is developing a kind of an innovative ecosystem. And once the innovative ecosystem is developed, then automatically it will be forced to do certain functions. Then now let us see what are all the functions of the IIC in the next slide. The functions of the innovation cell are many. The number one is to carry out innovations and entrepreneurship related activities prescribed by the ministry. Okay, the ministry is giving some guidelines, so thereby new innovations are made in such a way that the students are slowly promoted to the level of what I call entrepreneurship. You develop the knowledge, and thereby you become somebody in the market, and then you improve your discovery further like that. Okay, the second is identify and reward innovations and share the success stories. Okay, the medical, suppose you have in your college, a team has made a very, very innovation, and then identify that team, and then share the success stories, what way they have obtained the success, and if they are able to share, so that the remaining students will also be motivated indirectly, thereby they are able to do it. So like that, the college can make some different groups. Suppose your college has intake of say 30 students and 40 students. So they can be divided into 5. Like suppose there are 40 students, 8 groups can be. So 8 groups can be given one research project, and each group will be doing it. So when among the 8 groups, what group is able to achieve very good result, and the product is having a tremendous use, then you are applying for patent, and that becomes a kind of a motivation for the remaining 7 team. They will think that, oh, that group has obtained the patent, why not me? So that kind of a what I call the inspiration you will get it. So identify and reward innovations. Okay, the college is giving some kind of a reward to the group which has identified the product, and thereby the success story is being shared. Next point, the third point. The college is organizing different seminars, not like the seminar which we are attending today. Like that, the college is attending different seminars and workshops along with the entrepreneurs. So you call business people, pharmaceutical business guys, or some kind of investors. And when the investors, when they are coming together, then you create a mentor pool for the students, and thereby the innovation can be further made. So the frequent seminars and workshops will always give some kind of induction to the student, and thereby the students will be motivated. Then fourth point, make a network with the peers and national entrepreneurship organizations. So like your college will be making a kind of a network with other colleges. Say like you're signing MOU. Now Bellevue College of Pharmacy has made a MOU with the Manipur University. So similarly, memorandum of understanding can be signed between two different institutes, and that will also promote a kind of a growth, because MOU has been signed by Delhi with a number of other institutes. Then they can identify to what extent they can have a collaborative work, and that collaborative work will speed up the process of entrepreneurship, and that will also promote the growth of the organization, and thereby more innovation can be brought in. Then next is create the institution's innovation portal to highlight the institute's innovative project. That means your college has a website, and in that website you go on posting the innovation and the discoveries or the marvelous work done by the students. So as simple you are loading up such information in the college website, then people who look at, oh, then they will say, oh, LB College has done a lot, why not we do it? So that will give more collaborative work, a kind of an interactive competition, and that competition is going to be a healthy competition, and that will promote the innovation in other colleges and also your college. So create the institution's innovation through a portal system in order to highlight the institute's discovery through innovative projects. Okay, next slide. I wanted to bank upon this mainly because the theme of this year, that is 2022, is intellectual property and youth. That is innovating for a better future. So that means the intellectual property and the youth is exclusively for youth, mainly to encourage the youth, because you are the people who are going to be in the what I call pharmacological area for another 40, 50 years. So therefore, unless and until the youth are encouraged now, it is difficult to grow. So therefore, the theme of this year is intellectual property and youth. Next slide. In the next slide, you come across again, every year we are observing what I call intellectual property rights, a particular day. So every year, 26th April, we are observing Intellectual Property Right Day, IPR Day. So this is again said to be the World Intellectual Property Convention, which had its genesis about the 1970. But the proper implementation came only on 26th April 2000. So from that year onwards, world over, we have been celebrating the Intellectual Property Day every year. So the number of patents are gradually increasing even in India after this kind of an awareness. So therefore, 26th April is a kind of a year which is giving an awareness every year. Okay, next slide. We are talking about the World Intellectual Property Day once again, to encourage the youth for innovation and creativity. It is like, one day having the seminar, then forgetting about this, it is going to be just like that. So every year we celebrate, every year we come out with a new concept, new theme, so that the IPR schedule are slowly getting advanced year after year, so that more and more people will enter into it, register into it, and they will slowly progress, and thereby they make new discoveries. Okay, it is like now, so those who are final year, so they will be completing their course and go out. So for the newcomers, the next academic session, we need to celebrate the day. Only then they will also be aware. So therefore, every year organizing and celebrating IPR Day gives a lot of input, lot of insight into the issue. Okay. The next slide. Now there is always a link between IPR and the youth. Okay, that means the World Intellectual Property recognizes huge potential of young people. Okay, the youngsters are having adequate power, the unimaginable power in their hand. They are the storehouses of energy, ingenuity, curiosity, and creativity. And we often say that youngsters are the pillars of the nation. So therefore, once we ignite the lamp, it will last forever. Therefore, sowing the IPRC in the minds of youngsters, it will fetch a lot of reward. This is what former President Abdul Kalam said. So I am quoting the same wordings of former President Abdul Kalam. It is again going to ignite it in your mind. And you are the people, the youngsters are the people who are going to be in this affair. And you are the people going to take it forward and thereby bringing it to the light. So once you initiate, once you get the concept in your mind, then automatically you are picking up for years together. So it is like when you are studying 4 years or 5 years, pharmacology course, the B.Pharm, M.Pharm, and so on. Every year when you celebrate the IPR day, it becomes completely imprinted in your mind, and that idea becomes completely translated into action even after you complete your course. So therefore, this is the time the college should sow the seed of IPR in your mind, and the college has taken the right decision of organizing it now. Okay, the next slide. When you look at it, again, why should we celebrate, or why should we observe, or why should we discuss about intellectual property rights? Okay, if you look at it, now the main reason is to seed innovative thought to the innovative ecosystem in the nation, because we want to achieve the global innovation index. If you look at the global innovation index, particularly for the country Switzerland, they are the leader consecutively for the 11th time. So in terms of innovation, Switzerland is leading continuously for the 11 years. If you look at the America, USA is the third in the series. But our country, India, we are lagging behind, and we are the 46th rank out of the total of the 193 countries. So this is based upon last year's data. So that means, we are slightly behind, but we should go forward. Thereby, we will be able to grow, and we will be able to do better in the years to come. Okay, so therefore, the Global Innovative Index is important for us. Now, the parameters to obtain higher rank in addition to regular calendar activities. That is like, to achieve the global index, what are the parameters that you need? Number one, regional mentoring and posting. So what we do here in our Manipur University, we have what I call the different zones, different districts. Then we go on organizing meeting in different colleges. And nearly about 117 colleges are affiliated to our Manipur University. So every college will have a small hub, and then we go on organizing this meeting in different regions. Second, innovation ambassador for motivation. So you need a connecting people, ambassador, who will go on giving some motivational speech in different colleges, so that the college will pick up automatically. Third aspect is innovation contest in schools and colleges. That is, every time the schools and colleges or academic institution should go for contesting some kind of a program. And with that program, innovation will automatically grow. Then generally, one can get ideas from the people, either through lectures or through seminars or through conferences or through any kind of a debate and discussion. So innovative ideas will coming into, so that the students can easily grasp. Then the next method will be discovery of prototype models. So it is like some people in the village, the rural area, they will be making some machines. That may be a very simple machine, a kind of a crude machine. So or a crude chemical or crude medicine. And as a pharmacology student, you go for analysis and make it more perfection oriented, or more precision oriented, or more fine attached media. So this kind of discovery is needed from the prototype. We should not underestimate the model developed by the rural people. Oh, after all, he belongs to that village. What does he know? Like that, we should not underestimate. Actually, it is his model, which is, we call it as a prototype, that the model is given a new lift, new face, and a new shape, thereby you are making it a better model. Then that kind of implementation with the final touch and the final utility will give a lot of satisfaction to the innovator and also to the man who is making new models. So once you make it like that, then automatically you can give it to the entrepreneur. He will develop it further, he will produce more, and then he will see to it that it is sent to the market. So ultimately, we want the product which has been developed by us should reach the market, and it should give a lot of revenue, and it should be utilizable. Okay, we want to do service to the humanity. So that should be our approach. So these parameters are very, very important, and these parameters should be written in our calendar so that every time we look at it, then implement it, and execute it. Okay. The next slide. We are going with the Indian scenario a little more. We have seen that India is in the 46th rank in the world scenario, but within India, when you look at it, all the southern states are doing very well. Okay, whether Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, or Kerala, or Telangana, they are doing very well compared to North, because some amount of technology is there with us. So therefore, we are having more, we are able to do better in this IPR or the patent writing and so on. When you look at that, here our state of Manipur is also not lagging behind. So among the northeastern state, we are in the third place, because we have our own problem in the sense that getting raw materials or getting big what you call investors for all gradually getting, we are gaining, and over the period of time we are trying to improve, but still we are trying to improve, and we are trying to make a kind of trademark in our work. Okay, so therefore with this we will be able to do better. Now the ministry is also bagging upon the innovation work of the college students. In order to promote the college activities, they have opened innovation cell. You call it as a big MIC, Ministry of Innovation Cell, and they are providing a lot of support, and they expect a good growth over the period of time. So that once the country is achieving the growth and productivity, and our developing country will reach a little more faster, and we will reach a developed state, developed country like other grown countries. So in the what I call vision of Dr. Kalam's view, IPR is again very important, because India has more than 50% of the population in the youth category. So the youth category has got a lot of power. Okay, their energy is tremendous. So let us translate Abdul Kalam's vision into action, for which we need to strive further. And so let us take a pledge at this point of time to enhance more productivity. So thereby we will be able to enhance our foreign exchange and then obtain maximum growth. So the productivity, growth, and foreign exchange should be the aim for us, and for which innovation is very, very important. And with innovation, you are not only getting the name and fame, but simultaneously you are getting a lot of revenue also. So that will reflect automatically. Okay. So this is what I wanted to mention here during the talk. And I once again thank the Delhi College of Pharmacy for giving the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Actually, it was a wonderful session, I should say, because this is the first time somebody was clearly telling our students, pharmacy students, like how every subjects of their study or every course actually impact in innovation and how they can make use of their talents and the processes or whatever they are studying into maybe publishing papers or copywriting their their inventions and also so this is actually very informative for every one of them. Am I right, students?
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody was confused, like when we talk about innovations, when we talk about intellectual property, they're always confused like how they can bring in their thoughts into action. Because everybody was having a lot of ideas and they are coming up with a lot of suggestions from their side also. But sometimes there is there is some point where they couldn't connect their thoughts and actions. And I think today with your session, they are clear, very much clear about how every subject is interrelated and how they have to think and put into action. So thank you so much, sir. It was a very wonderful session.
Sir, I have a doubt. Are inventions in our fields patentable?
Somebody
Are
was
you answering any question, madam? I am unable to hear.
yeah, somebody was having a question.
Are inventions in our fields patentable?
Can you come near to the mic and speak? Whoever is asking the doubt, can you please come near to the mic? Sir, meantime, let me ask a question.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I have seen that in certain logos, they have put the TM, trademark simple, and some others, they have put the R sign, R. So what is the difference between these two, sir?
Trademark is particular for a particular product. That goes for few product which cannot be changed like that. Or it is kind of the right capacity, right? It is like just like a copyright, they are getting the rights. Or
Okay. So that means trademarks are non-transferable and these rights are transferable?
yeah, no, transferable based upon the negotiation.
Okay.
Actually, I want to explain with some brand name, but telling the brand name sometimes that will lead to misunderstanding. So therefore, the trademark and trade secret I have to tell only in terms of soap, oil, shampoo, and something. But of course, they are familiar with that.
Yeah, but I think, sir, at least one example will help the students to understand better.
Better, yes.
Yeah.
Now, if I tell them it should not become like that. For example, the moment say any soap you take it, the sound. The children are right from the age of 3, 4. The moment the sound comes with the advertisement, immediately they will stand before and then they do the same dancing, and then they will, whenever they go to the shop, they will always pick up that particular brand of soap. So it gets right from the early age, the soap or oil or any product for that matter, it gets registered in their brain right from the beginning. After that, if you are trying to change the mind, the child will refuse. No, I want only that particular soap, or that particular coffee or biscuit. So, both the food products are mostly with the taste, and the other like a soap, oil, and all with the aroma. So the aroma is registered. For the trade secret, It is the taste which is registered in through tongue.
Okay, okay. Students, now it's over to you. See, there is a lot of opportunities. I have already told how biodiversity, how much of biodiversity we have, how Kerala is rich in all the resources. So we have a lot of options to explore, understand, and see. And you are in a very niche field where you can make use of all the opportunities. Whatever you learn can be put into actions, and you can make a lot of patents, lot of publishing, and you can do a lot of publishing also. So this is a very great opportunity for all of you. Yeah, so I think you should ask questions and get it cleared from sir.
No, we should try for the patent. If not patent, we can go for copy design, or we can go for any other what do you call varieties under that. Minimum, no copyright can be easily obtained. Only thing is, the motivation is more important. Fortunately, your college is doing a lot of motivation activities, and that will bring them.
So I'm really proud to share a thing like yesterday, 2 of our students got shortlisted for the Young Innovators Program conducted by the government of Kerala. So we are really proud, and this is the first time we are participating in such programs. And so when 2 got selected, it's a proud moment for all of us.
Oh, very good. Congrats.
I believe they are also participating in this program. Yeah.
Maybe in the second lecture, perhaps they will get results lecture. They will get more ideas. So yeah, they can. Because for all these things, you need some seed money and seed infrastructure. Although college is providing to some extent, it is a question of giving way for them, paving the way for growth.
Yeah. So, Shruti, are you there? Somebody was asking some questions.
Thank you, sir, for giving your valuable insight on intellectual property rights. Thank you so much for your informative words of wisdom. It will be a great pleasure for us to listen you once again in our future events.
Now, this section in open for sharing, you regarding this section.
The last sentence I could not hear.
I think they have invited the students. For
Now this section is open for sharing. You can now ask queries. Section.
What rights are granted to the patent when a patent is issued?
I'm sorry, it was not clear. Can you come to the front? Whoever was asking the question, she is standing. Can you please come forward? Yeah. Now, can you ask, please?
What rights are granted to the patentee when a patent is issued?
Can you repeat the first sentence?
What rights are granted to the patentee when a patent is issued?
Okay. Sir?
Madam Dina Das, please translate.
Sir, her question was like, what are the rights a patentee will get when a patent is issued?
You will get right when you are applying for a patent. The patent is valid for 20 years. The rights that you received will be that you get it with that. You are the sole authority for the technique. You are the sole authority for the product. And then nobody will be allowed to do anything without your permission. They cannot start any business without your permission. And the third will be that there is a kind of what I call sharing of revenue. For example, in some cases, the biodiversity board, they have the biodiversity register. Suppose you are collecting a particular product from a particular village, then that village material, you are using it for producing a particular chemical. If that is so, the villager should be given 40% of the revenue. So through biodiversity register. So any natural product that you are going to use for the extraction of any chemical, then that what I call revenue should be shared by the rural person. So therefore, the rural boss will get some amount of money. And of course, the credit and the name, fame, like that, it will. So in most of the material, everything is finally is the money. Everybody wants money. The whole world is revolving around only money. So without money, not possible. So ultimately, you get the money. That is the main right. Did you follow?
I believe you got the answer for your question. Any more questions?
Are inventions in all fields patentable?
Inventions in all?
Are inventions in all fields patentable?
Inventions in all fields are patentable or not?
Invention?
In all fields.
Inventions in all fields patentable.
The invention in all fields can be patentable, yes. Provided, what you call, you give authenticity that it is your work, the work has not been done earlier, and you are the first one to demonstrate and then come out with a new product. If you can explicitly show the development, then you get the patent. So when you apply through the when you apply to the patenting authority, they will ask you to write the procedure that you follow, and that procedure will be sent to the scientist of a particular panel, and the panel will examine it and they will approve it. Only after that it will go for patenting. So first you are making, you are disclosing your procedure. So once your protocol is what I call revealed, the protocol will be completely examined with a team of people. And the team of people, once they are completely convinced, satisfied, then it will go for the next step.
Any more questions?
Actually speaking, in our university, under the Department of Biotechnology, one gentleman has discovered a particular quinone that he is using it for what I call curing. I mean, it shows the cancer cells are responding to it. As a result, the cancer development is discouraged, reduced. So he is now trying to apply for a patent. So the compound has been isolated from the plant, and through HPLC, they removed the what I call active ingredient, and then through in vitro analysis, the compound has been tested for what I call cancer cells. Okay. So like that, you can initiate a number of products. Actually, today's world, the pharmacology people, they have lot of scope.
What are the limitations and exceptions to copyright?
Can you please repeat the question?
What are the limitations and exceptions to copyright?
Sure.
And what is the question?
What are the limitations and the exemptions to copyrights?
The copyright, the limitation is, it should be originality. That is a, what I call the limitation. So everywhere, you should not go for bringing others' concept. The concept should be of yours. And you, when you are writing the, say, book, say when you are writing the book and you are publishing it and then making it available in the market. So who will buy the book? The book which has got originality, with a lot of concept, with a lot of flow chart, with the diagrams, and like that, a number of events are there, then the copyright will be given. If you are taking it from, like you will be putting a picture and you will say courtesy so and so, so and so. So like that, if you are taking the, what I call, you are borrowing it from others and then putting it, then it becomes a textbook. Then that you cannot go for. So the copyright has, copyright insists that of originality.
Okay.
Otherwise, it becomes a plagiarism.
That's right, sir.
Thank you, sir, once again for clarifying the doubts.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Now, let's invite Mrs. Sruthi Krishna, lecturer of Review College of Pharmacy and Research Center, for vote of thanks. Ma'am, please.
A very good morning to one and all. Respected Chairman, Ms. Deena Das Ma'am, Honorable Speaker, Professor, Dr. Varatharajan Sir, Dean School of Life Science, Manipur Central University, most respected CEO and Director, Daily College of Pharmacy and Research Center, Dr. Shaiju David Alfie Sir, respected Vice Principal, Dr. Seena Ma'am, respected faculties and dear students. I, Shruti Krishna, lecturer, Department of Pharmacognosy, I deem it is a great honor to propose the vote of thanks to all who have helped us for making this webinar such a resounding success. First of all, I would like to propose hearty vote of thanks to Ms. Smita ma'am who delivered the welcome speech. Thank you, ma'am. Next, I would like to express our profound gratitude to our chairman, Ms. Deena Das ma'am, for providing immense support to make the webinar successful. Thank you, ma'am. Next, I extend my gratitude to our honorable speaker, Dr. Varatharajan Sir, to take out time from his busy schedule to this event. Thank you, sir, for making excellent presentation and making this webinar interesting and meaningful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next, I would like to express my gratitude to our CEO and director, Dr. Shaiju David Alfie Sir, who gave moral support and guidance to us. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to express my vote of thanks to our Vice Principal, Dr. Seena ma'am, for her support and guidance. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to express vote of thanks to the management of the Daleview Group of Institutions for giving the opportunity to conduct this webinar. I must thank the coordinators of the event for working hard for the past few days to make this webinar successful. Thank you all. Finally, I thank all the wonderful students who were participated in this webinar for making this success. Once again, I thank all for your cordial cooperation. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Intellectual property is a key aspect for economic development. We have come to the end of this section. We would like to thank everyone who made this possible. Thank you all, your wonderful audience. We hope you have enjoyed this section.
Now, let's end this section with the national anthem so that we invite the college choir.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Here we end this section. Thank you all for hearing and cooperating with us. Thank you. to all dignitaries, guests, and delegates. With great joy and immense exultation, I am Anusri.
I'm Devika.
I'm Shivani.
From First and BFAM. It's our privilege to extend a warm welcome to this occasion. We are sure that you all feel enriched with knowledge after completion of this section. We welcome you all once again to this webinar, Innovation and Startup Mission, and hope that you all will have a great time ahead.
Today, we are going ahead with the topic Innovation and Startup Mission. Startup, it's the team of entrepreneurial talent developing new innovation in identifiable and investable form in progress to validate and capture the value of the created innovation.
Prayer purifies our mind and takes away negativity. We welcome the college choir members Shivani and Jaisna for prayer. Let's stand for God's blessings.
We are gathering together unto Him. We are gathering together unto Him. And to Him shall the gathering of the people be. We are gathering together unto Him. And to Him shall the gathering of the people be. We are gathering together unto Him. We are praising together unto Him. We are praising together unto Him. Unto Him shall the gathering of the people be. We are gathering together unto Him. Unto Him shall the gathering of the people be. We are gathering together unto Him.
Now let's humbly invite Mrs. Meenu Srikumar, lecturer of Daleview College of Pharmacy and Research Center for welcome speech.
Good morning to one and all. It's my pleasure to introduce myself. I am Meenu Srikumar, lecturer, Department of Pharmaceutics. Daleview is a leading social development agency established in 1978 with an objective to create a society through education, employment, empowerment of the society. Daleview College of Pharmacy and Research Center works with a dream to bestow quality training in pharmacy and to create effective human services experts by giving energetic atmosphere of innovation and intelligent study session. The vision of the foundation is to be an overwhelming place for pharmaceutical learning and practice. The Daleview College came into an existence as a realization of dream of our late beloved founders, C. Krisudas sir and Shantadas madam. I remember both of them in this occasion. It's indeed a great honor to welcome the dignitaries. Our chairman, Dina Das madam, our honorable speaker, Mr. Bergin R Russel, MD and CEO, Dr. Shaiju David Alfisa, our Vice Principal, Dr. Sina H., our Institution Innovation Council members, and all faculty members and other participants. On behalf of Team IAZ, I welcome all of you to this wonderful session, Impact Lectures on the topic Innovation and Startup Mission. It's my privilege to address all of you. First, I would like to welcome our chairman, the Daleview College of Pharmacy and Research Center, Ms. Deena Das ma'am, to this webinar. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome our eminent speaker, Mr. Bergin R Russel, Assistant Manager at Kerala Startup Mission. Being the manager, he was a team player and was able to organize various national level, state level, and institution level events. He is skilled in proposal drafting, graphic design, website design, event planning, and leadership. We are grateful to you, sir, for accepting our invitation. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the welcome.
Next, I would like to welcome our MD and CEO, Daleview College of Pharmacy and Research Center, Dr. Shaiju David Alfisa, to this webinar. Welcome you, sir. Next, I would like to welcome our Vice Principal, Dr. Sina H. Madam, to this webinar. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Next, I would like to welcome our young participants and students of our institution and other college students to this webinar. Welcome you all. I am thankful to the management for the logistic support and once again welcome you all to this Impact Lecture class. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. With immense pleasure, we would like to invite Mrs. Tina H., Vice Principal and Principal in charge of the Daleview College of Pharmacy and Research Center for the Presidential Address. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you. Respected Dina ma'am, the Chairman, Daleview College of Pharmacy and Research Center, Mr. Bergin R Russel, the speaker of today's session, my dear students and faculty members, good morning to one and all. So today we are going to listen to Mr. Bergin sir related to innovation. So innovation, it is an act or a process of creating something new. So whenever we go for an innovation or a creativity, there it cannot be possible without failures. But when the fear of failure falls into the budding entrepreneur's mind, they always get demotivated. So we have this innovation and startup missions, which has always helped this young minds to come up and provide a support in the form of government schemes for funding, as well as to provide mentorship in different stages of their innovation and creativity. So we have a saying like innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. So I hope this session will motivate our students to become a good leader and to discover, to build, and to create new ideas and to implement these ideas and work together and prove their ideas into a reality. So I thank our management for providing such an opportunity to groom our young leaders towards innovation and creativity. And I also appreciate the members of our Institution Innovation Council for putting their effort in organizing such wonderful sessions and along with this eminent speakers, bringing up eminent speakers to address our students. Along with this, I would also like to say that that two of our students, they have been selected for this preliminary evaluation of Young Innovators Program 2021. So I congratulate these students along with the team of faculty members who were support for this achievement for our students. So thank you. That's all.
Thank you, ma'am. We are profusely elated to take an opportunity to introduce our eminent speaker, Mr. Bergin R Russel, Assistant Manager of Kerala Startup Mission, who speaks about the topic Innovation and Startup Mission. So please.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. It's really nice meeting you once again. I hope you remember me. I had come to your college and it extended me a very warm welcome, as well as a really very beautiful and nice campus you have there. So it's again really wonderful opportunity to engage with you all once again. So without wasting much time, I will go into the share my slide with you and start my presentation. In between, if you have any doubts or queries, feel free to ask. So, as you all know, Kerala is the startup paradise as of now. We have seen the emergence of many unicorns, as well as many startups have been evolving over the past few years. Through my slides, I will be covering the present Indian startup ecosystem, Kerala startup ecosystem, and the IEDC. So, talking about the Indian startup ecosystem, India has emerged as the third largest ecosystem in the world after USA and China, and it is on a continuous growth. And since 2020, India has added at least one unicorn every month, and in the last few months, we have seen an exponential growth in view of the unicorns. So, in the state ranking frameworks, Gujarat has emerged as the best performer over performers. We have got Kerala as well as Karnataka standing side by side, and we have as leaders Bihar, Odisha, Maharashtra, and Rajasthan. So this ranking is basically done on the institutional support that is given by the state, then the regulations that is maintained in the state for the startup, the easing of the public procurement, like we do have norms where the startups can directly do tenders that are related to government projects. Then the incubation support that is extended by the state. We do have 40 plus incubators as well as IEDCs in the colleges, which act as mini incubators, which is 341 as of now. Then the seed funding support that is extended to all the startups in the states, venture funding support, as well as awareness and outreach programs that we are organizing. If we see the entire startup ecosystem, we have got over 55,281 startups, and if we consider them on industrial basis, the top five startup industries that are contributing are IT services, healthcare and life sciences, education, professional services, and so unicorns. We have been last year. Has got one of its unicorns as Open, which is a fintech-based startup. And if you overseas, as of now, India is having 101 unicorns. And growth of the unicorns in the past years, in the past 2 years, we have seen an exponential growth of emergence of unicorns. Like in 2017 to 2019, we had only 27 unicorns, while in 2021 we have got 36 unicorns. That is just in 1 year. And in 2021-22 we have got 38 another unicorns. And we are and now we are in the 2022 and 2023 year, and we are yet waiting. Are emerging in this year. So these are the Indian major startup ecosystem and the funding. Major sectors in fundings are e-commerce, then health tech, food tech, supply chain management, fintech, edtech, logistics and delivery, internet services, and services. As you are one of the colleges that comes in healthcare sector, the startups emerging from the healthcare sector is having a very promising future. If you see in the COVID scenario, we have seen many innovations coming from the healthcare sector, which are found. We will be having a very good future with the health tech industries. So Kerala Startup Mission, Startup Mission, we are having 4,100 registered startups in Kerala. We do have 4 accelerators, 40 incubators that are located in Pan Kerala. With Kerala Startup Mission is having its offices in 5 locations. One is here in Trivandrum. Then Kochi, we have our integrated startup complex along with Fab Lab. Then we have offices at Calicut in UL Cyber Park. Then in Palgat and Kasaragod. Along with that, there are incubators are established with the help of various industries in various institutions, as well as we do have many incubators called IEDCs. We have received over 2,000 crore capitalist and angel funding over the years. 10 crore amount has been distributed to various innovators as innovation grant. We have got over 30,000 in the sectors. And through these IEDCs, we are having over 30,000 aspiring entrepreneurs, and 51 crores has been generated as fund of funds. Regarding the journey of Kerala Startup Mission, we started functioning as Technopark Technology Business Incubator, which was established in 2006. It was a central government DST supported scheme, and it was the first time that DST granted the Technology Business Incubator to a non-academic institution, that was then the Technopark. In 2014, it got recognized as the by the government of Kerala as the nodal agency for startups in Kerala. Then in 2015, we had launched the first state. We had launched our startup policy, and it was the first state in entire India which had its own startup policy. In DPIIT, we became the top performer in 2018, 2019 in the entire startup ecosystem in India. In 2019, we had the integrated startup complex launch, and followed by that in last year we had our digital hub launch also. Startup Mission plays a key role. If you want to know what the role of Startup Mission is, it plays a key role in connecting various stakeholders with startup ecosystem. That includes the state and central government, then community and society, society accelerators and industrial partners, research centers, investors and venture capitalists, technology incubators. Then we have technology innovation zone, which is having state-of-the-art technology in fabrication, as well as the latest technology like AR, VR labs as well. Then we do offer mentor support, and we support young entrepreneurs through IEDC, Innovation Grant, and various other schemes that are available with Kerala Startup Mission. So we do run physical and virtual incubation programs. We do have the pre-incubation program called Fail Fast to Succeed, which is for early stage startups, and it is open to even students like you also. It was open in the last month. Next call will be coming again soon. So if you are really looking forward to start a venture, you can apply for that. Through that, we also do acquisition for MVP stage startups. For early stage startups. So we consider as a key. We consider as playing a key role in completing the startup process. So what we basically do is that we inspire the society. We inspire the society through various events like IEDC Summit. IEDC Summit is a gathering. Gathering of young innovators of state. As I had earlier mentioned, we do have the IEDCs established pan Kerala, and through this IEDC ecosystem, this offers us a get together for all these IEDCs, and representatives from these colleges will come together on a single venue where they will interact, share knowledge, and engage with various stakeholders of the state. We do have Huddle Kerala, which is for startups, and Seeding Kerala is for investors, and She Loves Tech is a program exclusively for women innovators of the state. As part of educating the young innovators of the state, we do have 341 innovation centers that is established in education institutions pan Kerala. We do have design summer school that is related to design thinking workshops. We do have Fab Academy, which is being run on a regular basis, through which the students get to learn, which they get to spend 6 months in our Fab Labs, learn the course, as well as get themselves trained, and they will be getting certificate that is certified by the Fab Labs. So then we do offer facility for students to make use of their creativity and convert ideas through fab labs where they can use their skills to convert their ideas into prototypes. Then future lab is there, which gives them a hands-on training to the future technologies that is available, like augmented reality, virtual reality. So as you are from medical sector, you might have seen videos in which the doctors trying out surgery on table without even the patient being there. That is done mainly with the help of AR, VR, as well as there are cases in which complex heart surgeries are done after performing a similar surgery on 3D printed 3D printer structure. This is done like this. First, initially during the scanning that is being done, they will get a clear-cut picture or 3D model of the skull or the part where they are going to perform the surgery. It will be printed using a sophisticated 3D printer. Then the doctors may practice on the 3D printed model. And once that is done, they will be doing the surgery on the real person. So in order to launch the ideas, we do have 40 plus incubators that is located in Pan Kerala. We do have seed funds support, that is done through various grants as well as through innovation grants are available, which is basically we do have innovation grant basically in three categories. One is for development of prototype, in which for startup it is called innovation grant, and for student it is called idea first. Then we do have productization grant. Once the idea is converted into a prototype, it can be converted into a product using the productization grant. The idea grant and the innovation grant is for amount of 2 lakhs, while the productization grant is up to 5 lakhs. Followed by that, you may even avail the scale-up grant, which is for scaling up the developed product. Then we do have patent reimbursement scheme and R&D grants that is to support the development of patents and R&D. Patents and R&D. If you do have any patents, you may feel free to reach out to us and provision to reimburse the expense incurred in the patent generation up to a certain limit. So, in order to for the growth of the startups, we do have 4 accelerator programs. We also have market exposure programs and international business trips, through which the students get a chance to explore the international market in the ecosystem. So the impact created is through various funds, and we do have business for startups, which is through government as a marketplace program, in which the government's projects are directly opened up for startups, and if they have a viable solution for the problems for the government, the startups may take it up and bring out the solution for that. So let's go through some of the events that are done by Kerala Startup Mission that I have been mentioned in the previous slide. This in the top left corner, you can see the huddle conference that is usually take place in Trivandrum itself. Then we do have the Kerala, which is for Investor Network Program, and Investor Network program. Last time it happened in Kochi, and then we do have IEDC Summit, which is the gathering of young innovators like you people. Last time it happened in St. Joseph College of Engineering, Palai, and next year we are hoping to we will be hoping to have it in this, most probably in the coming January, the next IEDC Summit. So then we do have She Loves Tech, which is which is exclusively for women entrepreneurs and aspiring women entrepreneurs of the state. So as I told, to educate the young innovators of the state, we do have CID summer schools with various knowledge partners and community partners that we have. We have set up over 341 innovation and entrepreneurship development centers in academic institutions, then singularity UI challenge and global impact challenge, like that regular challenges and hackathon happens with the help of industry partners. Last month during the innovation week, which happened in Kochi, we had a hackathon in association with Ernst & Young, which was a 24 hours hackathon, and it took place in Kochi. And as I told, the Fab Academy program, which is yet another program that would help you in the sectors of prototyping. So Fab Lab Kerala, it is I hope you might have heard about the Super Fab Lab that is under Kerala Startup Mission and is located in the integrated startup complex Kochi. The Fab Lab Kerala is having the state-of-the-art machineries, and it is the best Fab Lab in entire Asia. So it is available for the young entrepreneurs. You can visit the Fab Lab as well as use the machineries available there for various prototyping purposes. We also have a Fab Lab in Trivandrum as well. There also you can do visit and make use of the various prototyping facility available here. And the details regarding the machineries available, and for booking also you can do it directly on the official Fab Lab website itself. We do have 22 mini fab labs, which has been established in various education institutions, government institutions span Kerala, and it is also accessible to all the students of the state, for which can be utilized for various prototyping purposes if the need arises for the students. We do conduct Fab Lab challenges in between, which is students to innovate and bring out their creativity. So as I told, we do have the Future Technologies Labs, which is for experimenting with the emerging technologies that is in the field of AR, VR, and we do give technology support and mentoring new people. You can, if you check the market, the cutting edge gadgets and the softwares and GPUs might be costing very much for students, and it would be difficult to afford for students. So we make it available for young innovators of the state to play with latest technologies and bring out new startups and new innovations and for the generation of new ideas. We do have the innovation zones with the support of various industry partners through which you can get yourself trained and work on your ideas. We act as a person bridging the gap between the industry and the innovators. So we do have idea challenges. We have conducted over 20 challenges, and 50 problem statement has been opened up to students, and we had over 3,000 applicants, and the challenges are still going on. If you have a specialized idea, you can you get support in that way itself. Like we do have the hardware incubator maker village in Kochi, which is for exclusively supporting hardware or hardware products or electronic sector. We do have Bionest incubator in Kochi, which is for supporting the biotech sector, and the mobile 10x in Kozhikode, which is a mobile app-based incubator, and the state in Trivandrum, which is for the space incubator. I think you know what incubator really is, or else I will just give you an overview. So you might have heard of the incubators. Incubators are devices which are used for supporting life, or if you might have heard of the case scenarios where eggs are are put in incubators, and from there these chickens are come out like that. Similarly, the technology business incubators are places where you can incubate your ideas. If you have an idea, you can incubate in this incubator, and you can convert it into a market viable product and bring it into the. So for early stage startup, we provide the following supports. So like innovation grants, that is basically for converting your ideas into products. Then you have seed loans. We have almost 106 startups have already availed seed loans, and patent support scheme. As I told, if you have a patent, we do have a patent reimbursement scheme through which the amount incurred towards the patent can be reimbursed. We do have R&D grant through which the research projects and the research be funded. So in scale up the businesses, we do have accelerators to where they can which will help the startups to find and execute the pilot. It will accelerate the growth of the startups. And we do have market support schemes which aid for ramping up sales through focused marketing and global exposure. We do have various summits which happens in international markets, and we do take up our startups there and give them an international exposure. We do have funds through which has been created with the partnership of 6 venture capitalists, and it is over 750 crore in fund size. So these are some of the peek into the internet startup delegation, where we take our startups and give them an opportunity to put forward their startup ideas. So if we consider the impact created, the startup and the government engagement, we do have demand there, where the government or other agencies can put up their demand in front of the startups. They can take it up and do solution for it and submit to the government. We do have provision for direct procurement, wherein the government will directly procure the products of startups with limited tendering process. We do have exemption schemes, as well as we do have startup innovation zones. We have supported over 115 startups over the years, and the value of work given is 8.4 crore, and 69 departments have worked hand in hand with us. So, also talking about the innovation and entrepreneurship developments, 21 IEDs is established pan Kerala. So, do you have any questions in the what I have taken still now? Have you got any questions? I think I will proceed. So as you know, Startup Mission is supporting the startups of the states, and the main pipeline for startups is the colleges or the institutions where the students studies. As for that, we have established innovation and development centers in the institute of the states. We do have 341 IEDCs established in their states, and it is a way where we reach out. 341 IEDs, it is just an overview. It is spread regions, and we do have 33,000 plus innovators from these IEDCs. We have 260 plus student startups and 2,500 plus change makers. 3,000 plus activities have been taken place. So talking about the IEDC, it is one of the flagship initiatives of Kerala Startup Mission. It is mainly done for the promotion and entrepreneurship in starting from the college level itself. It's then an umbrella program for fostering innovation culture in the academic institution. So through these IEDs, various programs are organized in the institution on the three pillars, that is technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship. In technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship, so that the students attain these skills in the early stage itself. Before coming out of the college itself, they will be trained in various technological skills, which would further help them in bringing out new startups. So the main objectives of the IEDs are for the foster the growth of innovation and entrepreneurship among students and faculties through various programs that the IEDs organize. And IEDs are given the flexibility to deliver the needs of the students of that institutions. So it mainly aims for the promotion of technology-based and technology-driven startups in the state by seeding the innovation and entrepreneurial potential in the academic environment itself. It will be also aim for the development of a technology personality in the students through innovation, technology skills, and entrepreneurship from the early stage itself. So IEDs is basically links with the various sectors that is available among us. We link startups, corporates, innovators, technical skills, business, industries, and other institutions. Through IEDs, you may organize programs that are technology related, marketing related, or to seeding the spirit of innovation. And it also provides a platform where you can collaborate with other institutions, other academic institutions, and other IEDs in the state also. So basically a question might come to your mind: who is a student innovator? The innovator is basically an aspiring entrepreneur or someone who wishes have an idea and who has an idea and who is really willing to try hard and make his idea or his dream a reality by going through a series of seminars and talk sessions or boot camps or other workshops, which can make their skill set much smooth and their inner businessman to come out. So the basically what we tell is that basically the IEDs program is designed to express their ideas, to explore to experiment with the technologies that is available and experience the output. And we say 4 is in 3 major pillars, and the 3 major pillars are entrepreneurship and technology. So IED's program is designed in such a way, matter to all the needs of the students. So under the innovation, we do have what category of innovations, orientation sessions, and ideation. iTalks are there, which is basically a talk series where which can be technology based, as well as you can bring in ideas, which is an event where you can bring in failed startups which are failed, or the ideas which have failed, and you can make them share their views and share their ideas with you. Then Campus Innovators Talk is a platform wherein where you can bring in campus innovators. Like, you might be having students who might be having wonderful ideas, and you can make them talk. Like, you might be having successful business models within your campus itself now also, and you can ask them to deliver a section, and it will be really a good opportunity to sharing knowledge. Then you may meet the founder session or innovator, where you can bring in startup founders to your campus. You can also do visit to incubator or Fab Lab or Maker Lab, or you can even conduct campus hackathon. Like, you can identify identify a problem statement, and it can be opened up to the students, and the students can pitch how that can be solved. Like during the COVID time, we did have hackathon in the health tech sector. Like oxygen challenge was there, which was basically for finding solution for oxygen generation equipments. And you can also conduct demo days. In the technology phase, you can conduct workshops for imparting skills to the students, like future skills. Electronics and hardware sector workshops can be conducted. Artificial intelligence and machine learning workshops can be conducted. Blockchain workshop can be conducted, and other sessions can also be conducted. And supports are already available in the industry itself. You just have to knock the doors and open the door of opportunities in these sectors. And you can also conduct sessions on artificial augmented reality and virtual reality. And you can also invite programmers or artists to impart their session to you also. Then on head, you can conduct workshops like business model canvas or how to build a startup. Then ideathon or business plan competitions, sessions on IPR, incubations, acceleration, angel, and meet with startup founders, and boot camps can be organized under this set. So what basically we offer, or the IEDC offering, IEDC from Startup Mission offers to you. We offer mentorship supports, funds and grants. As I told, we do have idea grant through which we support projects up to a term of ₹2 lakhs. And this can be taken up to productization grant or scale-up grant or other grants and support that is available. And we do support infrastructural support, like the lab facilities that are available is open up to you. You can do visit our infrastructural facilities. We do offer tech support in various projects and various projects. We offer networking opportunities, like the IEDC Summit, which is a get together of all the IEDCs in the entire state. And we do have upskilling skilling programs wherein you can get yourself acclaimed to new skills and learn new skills that are available. What is the benefit for the students, faculties, and institutions? The students get a chance to convert their ideas to products. Then entrepreneurship space is available. You can skills for better placements and patents, which through which we will be supporting patent support programs. And for faculties and staff, it will be a research opportunity and intellectual opportunities are there. Theory to practice. We might be having many theoretical knowledge, and we can put it practice in this environment, and it will be a better learning opportunities. Like we do have and faculty development programs for the faculties, wherein you could learn. Where you could interact with various industry partners, you could collaborate with other educational institutions. You could learn their practices and implement it in your institute as well. And you self-updated with the latest market and trend. Like as of now, today we are having the Health Tech Summit happening in Kochi region, which is a place which is a get-together for various institutions, like education institutions working in the health sectors are there, medical colleges are there, industry partners are there, where they will be exhibiting their products and their technology. There, it is a stage where you could collaborate and learn. You could go there, learn new technologies and the latest technologies that is available, and you could learn from them, and you could, based on that, you could innovate. Under Startup Mission, IEDC can become successful if students are given the right support to convert idea into and build them into a project. IDCs can take up the role to become local innovations hub. We do have projects like SALT, which is a program wherein the the students from the IEDC get a chance to interact with the students in the schools in that area, and they could train the students in the technology sector, and we could train the mind, nourish them so that they may come up with many new ideas. We do have local entrepreneurship advancement program, which gives an opportunity for the IEDCs to dive deep into the local ecosystem, identify the problems that is faced by the local entrepreneurs and the people around the institute, and it can be put forward to the students as an innovation challenge or hackathon, and where you can bring out the problem where you would be learning as well as collaborating. So IEDCs can become an first touch points of innovation in every district. Like in every districts, the people will be having various problem statements. IEDCs should work in a way wherein the people in that area should feel free to the IEDCs, put forward their problem statements, and it can be solved by the students present there. So we also provide a platform for colleges to interact with each other. Like IEDC is one such platform that brings together engineering colleges, arts and science colleges, business schools, polytechnic colleges, medical colleges, and pharmacy colleges, nursing colleges, and all these colleges are all universities also as well. So it is a platform where we bring together all these educational institutions. So if you are if you need any assistance, this is a platform where you can seek help from other institutions or other sectors as well, and using their technical know-how, you can learn and grow with it. So it is a basically if you are having an idea, or if you had a dream of making a product, but you are now working in a sector which is not related to that product, the IEDCs gives you a platform where you could work on your dreams, collaborate with other institution which is having skill set in the sector, want to convert that product and convert that dream into a reality. So what are the support programs that we do offer for the innovators? So we do have Kerala Innovators Technology Expo, where you can showcase your products, and we will be bringing in other startups and other investors, where you can pitch your product before them. We had our last Kerala Innovators Technology Expo in the last month, which took place in Technology Innovation Zone Ernakulam. So we do have innovators, which is run for a period of 6 months, where we will be having the maximum events happening, which is a platform for innovate, collaborate, and learn, wherein maximum programs will be taking place. So as I had previously said, IEDC Summit is the meeting place of board innovators. Then we do have YHAC, which is the hackathon which we organize with the help of various industry partners. We do have idea. We do have SALT, as I told you, it is a program for school students. Then LEAP, which is for providing support to local entrepreneurs. Then Ignite is a program wherein we are trying to bring out a local angel local angel investors network, or wherein we are trying to bring up local angel investor network within the institute, wherein you might be having many students who might be well placed. Like that, you can build a seed fund using their investment, which can later be invested into the student projects, and the return from the projects may be taken back and given back to the investors. So that is a program there. Then we do have Smile program, which is which is for startup mentoring or idea mentoring. We do have Smile portal as well, so it is easily accessible to student as well. You can visit the portal for if you need any mentorship support at smile.startermission.in. Then we do have a student international exchange program and travel grants. So where you will get grants to do foreign travel. We do have, as I told, the pre-incubation program called Fast Fail Succeed, and patent support and facilitation is also open to the students. And we do offer knowledge labs through the knowledge labs and fab labs and future labs that is under the Kerala Startup Mission. So the major outcomes that we expect is to inoculate an entrepreneurial culture among the students, for the generation of knowledge-based and technology-driven startups. Each IEDs is that we establish in the institution becomes an incubator and supports the young innovators, create job and wealth and business aligning with the national priorities. We do promoting new technologies and knowledge and innovation-based startups through the organizing of various programs and events. And basically, we work for building a vibrant startup ecosystem, which is by establishing a network between academia, financial institution, industries, and other stakeholders of the state. Opportunities for the young innovators under the IEDCs, which include the Fab Lab Kerala Challenge, wherein we challenge the innovators with a problem statement and they can bring out solutions. We do have Fab Saturdays, wherein the students can visit the Fab Labs of Kerala Startup Mission on Saturdays. On-demand Fab Lab programs, which is special programs that is nurtured based on the demand. We do a specific training programs on various machines that are available in Fab Lab. Future 101 is a program for the promotion of future technologies and workshops based in that. Then we do have Young Innovators program, and YHAP is the hackathon that we do in collaboration with industry partners. Then we do have internship and fellowship programs, wherein the students get a chance to work closely with Kerala Startup Mission. We do have the which is a students team that will be working closely with Startup Mission for running the student initiatives of Startup Mission. So we also offer you opportunity to participate at the various national and international challenges and idea fests. Basically, you might be having what is the key difference between business and a startup. Here you can see two commercial stores. One is Big Bazaar, which is having 350 plus stores in Indian cities and which is having a valuation of 2,000 crores and was while Flipkart, which is a business venture and started in 2007, which was almost 5 years after Big Bazaar started, and it is located in India itself. And if we consider a store, it is just having 6 main warehouses and 0 stores, and it is having a valuation of 98,000. That is the key difference. It is the startups are ventures that usually disrupt the existing technology, and it identifies the pain point of the customers and delivers market-ready projects. Like usually under the Big Bazaar, we have to go to the store. We have to get it. Usually, the Flipkart really identified the pain points. Like if you are going for buying a grocery from a store, first we will have to get on a vehicle, go to the store, do the purchase, wherein we will have to walk the entire store to identify the product that we really want. pick the pick the thing that we want, make the payment, and again take the vehicle and return back home. While Flipkart is an online solution wherein we are having a wide variety of objects that are available. While in Big Bazaar, the stores, the things that is available in that region or that location will be available. While in Flipkart, the things that is available pan India is available, and which is available at the fingertips, and the payment mode is easy, as well as if you are any stores, we are not having an option to send it back if you don't like it. While in Flipkart, we do have option to send it back and get repayment if you don't like the product. Like that, all these standards identify the pain points and find solution for that. So then this is the next business and startups. The Meru is the cab service that is available. They do have 1,200 cabs purchased, and their valuation is over 120 million, and it was founded in 2007. While Uber, as you know, and you might have already used the Uber services. Uber have cabs under them. Their valuation is over 62.5 billion. That is almost 50 times the valuation of Meru, and it was found 2 years after the business Meru came up. So here also, if you look closely, what Uber did was it identified the pain points. It identified the pain points of the people around it. Like Uber identified that when we have to book a taxi or cab, we do have to taxi or cab is available. We will have to wait for it. Once the waiting is done, we will have to get on it and go to the location. The taxi people will be initially sharing one rate, but later changing it to another rate based on the timeline scenario. So we'll be having a fight with the taxi owners, and we will be making the payment. While in Uber, what they did was that they identified all these issues, and they brought up an app wherein, if we book the cab, that cab will come to the location where we are staying. It will pick us up, and the amount that we will have to pay will already be listed there, and there is no need for the fight that usually happens at the end of the journey. That usually happens at the end of the journey if we usually opt for a local other taxi or cab service. So if we usually look into the case, which disrupt the existing technologies, and what they do is they disrupt the existing technology and methods that is available around us. Like what they did was, like in the above 2 cases, the Flipkart disrupted the grocery store market that was available, while the later one disrupted the taxi sector, the transportation sector that was available. Now let us see some case studies relating to this. So few years back, as I told in the previous slide, there was this taxi service. Now we have Uber and Ola are brought directly on our front as well. We can book a ride and directly hop on for. Then we do have disruption in the grocery store sector, which is in a few years back, we had to go to these stores, place the order, get the things, get it back home, and use it. While now we have got offers for the stores like Grofers is there, Flipkart is there, Amazon is there, where everything is available at our fingertips. So this is another case study where long back we usually used to have a library in our home or place where we learn. Where there we might be taking. Now the library is also available in the fingertips with the help of the Kindle. They also have an app which works easily on smartphone as well. So what they did was that they identified the pain point of traveling people or the people who businessmen who travel alone. So if they want to take a book with them, it would be really like if they are going on a long travel and if their interest is some novel or so, they will have to take the novel and it will be space consuming. While the Kindle, it is just at the thickness of 1 centimeter. It can be, the transportation is easy. It can be kept in very small space. It will just occupy the space that is needed for a tab, and it can store thousands, millions of books that is available on Amazon. So all this trying to identify the pain point that is faced by the common people. A startups become successful only if it identifies the pain point of the society. So you might have heard about the Taj Hotel service as well as the Oyo rooms. If we consider the case scenario of travelers who used to travel a lot, previously we had to go to a place, go from hotel to hotel, identify the best room available at the budgeted rate, pay the amount and stay there. While under the Oyo rooms, they have put forward a platform where they had kept a standard. Like all the hotels that are having the oil that are registered under oil should maintain particular standard, particular branding, and the that has to be offered. So through that they have revolutionized the hotels industries, where now we can book hotels at the fingertips. We can see the rooms that they are go there at any time and stay there and leave next day using the oil rooms and services. So it was basically found out by a student who was nearly 19 years of age when he started this startup, and now he can go to anywhere in India and he has a room under his name where he can stay. That is his case as of now. So coming to next case study, we do have hotels. In a few years back, we used hotels which with the best ambience. We used to spend time searching for that, going there and taking the food. And sometimes we will be going to the hotel, sitting in the place, and when we go through the menu, then only we will be finding that the food that is of our interest is not available there. Now we do have many apps, online apps, wherein we can order food sitting at our homes. By doing so, the food will be available at our doorsteps. Because as the food is available at the doorsteps, the ambience and the arrangements that we need can be made there, and the ambience can be made there, and we can have a good dining time. So this is another thing. If we consider because by the post-COVID time, we are seeing number of people that are like a few years back. All the people used to read the daily every day. Like if we go in the village areas, or if we go to the library of that village, we might be seeing many people sitting there and reading the newspapers, starting from the young age to old age people, and they will be going through various daily that are available there. But is an interference of the various social media platforms, where they are bringing out the news and whatever is happening around us, because of which the relevancy of the media is getting reduced day by day. So, but on a personal point of view, what I suggest is that we should read the dailies every day, because dailies are the place we get the confirmed facts that is available. So these are some of the top performing startups in India. So if you can see, Vijay Shekhar Sharma, Paytm is one of the finance that was listed last year in the stock market as well. So Sharma was the founder. He started it at the age of 37 years. Then Flipkart founder is Vinny Bensal. Yet again, he is an engineer, and he started it at the age of 35 years of age. And Snapdeal founder is Kunal Bell, and he started it at the young age of 31. And if you consider Ola, it was founded by Bhavish Agarwal, and he started it at 28 years of age. As I told, the founder of Oyo, Ritesh Agarwal, he founded the venture at the young age of 21, just like you people who are sitting in front of me. So the possibility is unlimited for all the young innovators who are present there. So you might be thinking that as you are studying in a medical sector, you won't be able to innovate in other sector. So I am just giving a glimpse into various startups that are found around us and who their founders are. Like Oyorum. Oyorum was founded by Ritesh Agarwal, who was a college dropout. Then we have Book My Show. So Book My Show, as you know, it is an app where you can book tickets for the movies and movies at your fingertips. Founded by a teacher. Then which is a platform for wallets and making payment. It was started by an engineer. So you might be familiar with the Being Human, which is a venture. Salman Khan, who is an actor. Then Alibaba, the store where you can purchase many things at very low cost, was in turn founded by a teacher. And if you look into his history or his past experience, he was there were certain number of vacancies there, and only that limited person went to attend that interview, and he was just sent out of the interview because he did meet the criteria that was needed for that job role. From there, he developed his strategies and became one of the richest person. His name is Jack Ma. If you could search the web, you could really find his story inspiring. So then Flipkart, which is an online commercial store, was founded by an engineer. So if you are still thinking that it is something not in your reach, I would also bring about the case study of one of the startups called India Filings, which was in turn founded by founded by a person called Charles Lana. The India Filing is one of the platforms which provides support for all the startups, and it helps the various entrepreneurs and startups in tax filing, accounting and government services, company registration, legal services, and all. Usually all these sectors are related to people dealing with these sectors are either chartered accountant or company secretary or advocate. But if you see the case here, it was in turn founded by learner who holds his master degree in aviation management, which in no turn is related to the sector he has founded his startups. So it all comes to the fact that you have to identify the correct pain point. So I will also bring about another case where you might be knowing the phone manufacturer Nokia. The Nokia was founded long back, and it has been having a good market for the years, maybe around 2012 or so. But after that, the emergence of the Android phone and the iPhone came. But the Nokia then got a low name. If you look into the history, they failed to adapt to the change that was happening. Like when the Android when the HTC came with the Android phones and the iPhone came up with the iOS, the Nokia was still sticking on to their Symbian OS, which was really difficult for user interface. Later on, the Nokia adapted to the change and it came with the Windows OS. Still, then also it was not that attractive as compared to the Mac or iPhone OS of iPhone, Mac OS of iPhone, or the Android operating system. So which led to a decline in their market, because of which the Nokia is struggling till now to regain back its pride in the market. So what we can say is that even though the tagline of the Nokia is connecting people, it failed connecting with the people or identifying the need that people had or the changing trend that was available in the society, and so society the basis of that. So not much people sitting in front of me might be knowing this, knowing the Orkut, and not much people will be using the SMS service right now. Orkut was a technology platform that was developed prior to Facebook, and it was its highlight and functioning till around mid 2011, 2012, after which we saw the emergence of Facebook. So if we look into the ecosystem, nothing is permanent. One sector may be trending really right now, and it may be turned down, and emergence of new technology or new product may come up. Like Orkut was replaced by Facebook, and now, as of now, not much people will be using the SMS service that is offered by the cellular service provider, and you will be using WhatsApp, which is a really very good messaging app. And you might not be even knowing technology where we used to send video through messages as well, which was known as MMS, multimedia service, wherein we could send pictures and short video clips as messages. So all these technologies are changing. Even if we look into the technology sector, around 10 years back, we used to have only 2G, post which by 2015, 3G came out, and by 2017, 2018, 4G technology developed. And right now we are just sitting on the 5G technology. So everything has to change with the market around us. So if you really have an idea, you should really work on that and convert those ideas into reality. So now if you can feel free to Starter Mission is really opening up our hands to support you in all the way possible, as I mentioned above. And let's see what are the impacts of the interventions that we had been results of the interventions that we had results of the interventions that took as a result of the activity You might be having, you might have heard about the Gen Robotics, which is another startup from Kerala. It started as a group of young innovators in 2016. They developed they were a group of students from IEDC, or Innovation Entrepreneurship Development Center in MES Kuttipuram. They had their interest in the robotics sector, and based on that, they were working on that. IEDC Summit in 2017, and they had exhibited their products in the IEDC Summit. Later on, based on their technology, they were exposed to the problems faced by the manual scavenging under the demand day. As I told, demand day is an venue where government opens up the problem statements to innovators of the state, wherein if you have a solution, you can bring in, generate an idea, and put forward the solution. Based on that, they put forward the solution, and they were given the idea grant. As I told, it is a grant scheme to support the young innovators of the state to the tune of ₹2 lakhs. So robotics got the same, and they developed their prototype, and they, based on that prototype, they got funding from BPCL, Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, through Kerala Startup Mission, and they got the first equity investment in 2017, and they got incubated in the water innovation zone as part of the government as a marketplace scheme of Kerala Startup Mission. So in 2018 February, they developed the world's first manhole drain cleaning robot. So you might be seeing their products available in the market. As of now, it is even available with the Trivandrum Corporation as well. And in 2019, they have reached a turnover of 200 crore, and now they have reached a turnover over 250 crore is their turnover. That is just over a period of 7 years that they have reached this altitude. That is just basically a group of innovators who were students studying an institution in the state to startup company which is having a turnover over 250 crores. So these are the opportunities that Startup Mission offers for the stakeholders from across the world, wherein we bring in innovators. They can offer mentoring support, technical experts are there, business consultants can onboard, as well as high network individuals who can do investments on the start. If the students present here want to go to get details regarding any startups in the state of Kerala, you can visit our site startups.startupmission.in and search the startups, and you can check their registration status and other details. So what are the opportunities with the startups that you could get? You could showcase their products in front of the startups, and industry challenges will be open up to all of you. Reverse so happen for all the startups that are in Kerala, like wherein the industries or the persons can open up their problem statements to the startups, and they can innovate based on their problem statements and bring out the solutions. So these are the opportunities that are open up for the investors. And we do have mentoring program wherein you could get the mentoring support, like to Smile. Smile is for the innovators of the state, while as the mentoring platform mentors.startupmission.in is for startups, wherein you can get mentoring support onboarded by the Kerala Startup Mission. They are on various technologies where they can support you in various phases of your startups, as well as they can support you on various ideas. So if you want to start up your own business, these are the opportunities that are available. So these are the sneak peek of the ecosystems and ventures that are available with us. The first one is the integrated startup complex, which is in Kochi, and the digital hub that is available in Kochi, and the others are the interior views of the our premises. So I hope. Thank you all. So now I am switching back to your view. If you have any doubts or queries, please feel free to ask. I set the time like that for 10 minutes for interactions. If you have any queries regarding, you are the student innovator. So if you have any queries like how you want, any support system that you would like to know, or if you have any queries, you feel free to ask right now.
Thank you, sir, for giving your valuable insight on innovation and startup mission. Thank you so much for your informative words of wisdom. It will be a great pleasure for us to listen to you once again in our future events. Thank you once again, sir.
Now this section is open for sharing. You can ask queries regarding this section.
Funding schemes available for Kerala Startup Mission. What are the funding schemes available for Kerala Startup Mission?
It's not audible. Can you someone just interpret that? Lot of noise is there.
What are the funding available for Kerala Startup Mission?
So funding schemes available for the students. Is that what you asked? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so basically the funding schemes available for the young innovators is that we do support the IEDCs with the IEDC grant, which is basically given to the IEDCs for organizing various events in in the three pillars, that is technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship in the research institute, so that the skill levels of the students are improved. At the same time, we do have funding schemes as innovation grant and idea grant. As I told, innovation grant and idea grant is a term, is for terms up to rupees 2 lakhs, where students get to pitch their ideas before the where the students get a venue their ideas before an expert panel. If you get selected, you will be getting funding in terms of up to rupees 2 lakhs. In success to that, you can also avail the productization grant, which is basically converting the converting the prototype developed into a product, for which is up to terms of 5 lakh as of now. And you can avail also scale up grant 10 lakhs, which is for scaling up the product generated. At the same time, if you are startup, we do have angel investor connects and angel investor connects, where angel investors will be funding your venture if they finds it interesting. And also we can connect you with HNIs, or high network individuals, which will also help you in getting more funds. So if you have any detailed queries or anything, feel free to reach me. I think already your faculty members will be having my contact numbers, as well as all the funding schemes are already available in Kerala Startup Mission official website. I will just share the screen and show you where it is available.
Dr. Anita Toms, Assistant Professor of Daily College of Pharmacy and Research Center, for a vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to all. Today, I feel honored and privileged to have been allowed to extend a vote of thanks on this auspicious occasion. There is one person without whom this center would never have existed and this function would never have occurred. That is, of course, our beloved Kusuda sir. He, by his absolutely enormous drive, focus, and determination, has built this center into a tremendous educational institution. I bow down before his eternal memories. I would like to thank our management for helping us in obtaining the necessary administrative approval for organizing this webinar. Thank you for working tirelessly to avail the students of our college the best of facilities. We have been fortunate to be assisted by Dr. Sina H., Principal in charge of the Daleview College of Pharmacy and Research Center. You have been a constant support and has given us a lot of encouragement. Ma'am, thank you for delivering the presidential address. Next, I thank our chief guest and resource person, Mr. Bergin R Russel, Assistant Manager, Kerala Startup Mission, for giving excellent coverage to the topic, Innovation and Startup Mission. We are really enlightened with your knowledge and presence. Thank you, sir. I express my heartfelt thanks to Srimati Deena Das, Chairman, the Daleview College of Pharmacy and Research Center, for her valuable contribution. I thank her for her interest and continued support. Thank you, ma'am. Next, I would like to thank our Managing Director and CEO, Dr. Shaiju David Alfie, for his stewardship, support, vision, and commitment. Thank you, sir. A special thanks to the organizing committee, teaching and non-teaching staff for their unflinching support and coordination. Thank you all. And heartfelt thanks to our students for the active participation. Thank you all. Finally, I leave you this inspiring quote by the Nobel Prize winner, Dr. Albert von Sand. Discovery consists of seeing what everybody has seen and thinking what nobody has thought. Once again, I thank you all for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Creativity is thinking up new things. Innovation is doing new things. We have come to the end of this section. We would like to thank everyone who made this possible. Thank you all.
Let's end this section with national anthem. For that, we invite the college choir.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you all. You are a wonderful audience. We hope that you have enjoyed this section. Thank you.